Welcome to Happy Hour Holidaze with your host, Manny
Refresh.
We got an exclusive today. We got the Freak Show, the Nuthouse, and the 5 o'clock bomb in this pussy. We got Buckwheat, Davy, and DJ Christion.
Let's go. I like
What's up, boys?
I like that new nickname, Manny Fresh.
He just came out with that?
That shit was in high school, you know. He's like, man,
Okay, you bring it back.
Yeah, I had that metrosexual, you know, the eyebrows all nice and done, the hairdo slick back.
You had a Puerto Rican barber, or he was Dominican?
He was Puerto Rican, actually. I was like, well, this guy touched my eyebrows. What the fuck, man?
Yo, real talk. All right, here we go. I like how this is going. All right. Did your barber do your eyebrows? I still have a Puerto Rican barber.
Oh, yeah.
I have a black barber.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not every time, but every other time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he keep him natural looking?
That's the issue, because sometimes they try to get him a little too Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Bro. Hey, listen, I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban, so I can say this. Listen, I didn't know, and the line was passed, and they was getting super, super skinny. And finally, one day, I think this girl I was dating, she's like, "You need to stop." And then I was with Joe, and he's like, "My man, like, that ain't the look no more." Because his eyebrows like yours. I'm like, oh, I really gotta stop. But I took it to the limit.
Yeah.
And
because you were doing it every time.
Yeah,
you can't do it every time.
That's it. I didn't even know that.
You used to get him done, man?
Yeah, I did. I mean,
don't worry, Poppy. It looks good. The girls love you.
Because it's an upcharge, too. That's an extra $5, so they're going to try to tack that on.
And
I didn't even think about that.
Dude, at my time, I was going right next to the Florida bakery. There was some lady, and I begged my mom. I was like, please let me get a blowout. Please. So she was like, all right, fine. I'm going to take you there. And she was like, you want the eyebrows done? No eyebrows done. So no more eyebrows until I was able to drive, and then I got them bitches like thinned out.
Did you get any lines in there?
Well, I got the whole like dyed hair, so I look like a nice dyke. Thin eyebrows, you stupid. I look good, boy.
I definitely did the little slash in the eyebrows.
Yes. I did that.
I never did, but I kind of.
It made me feel hard, bro. It made me like, I'm about to go get in a fight tonight. Like,
that was straight street cred right there. You had
right?
the eyebrows.
Like, okay,
I'm shocked you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't do it.
And then
what about you, Buckwheat?
You could go 1 line or 2 lines.
You didn't touch it?
No.
Two lines is hot. Not one, you need 2 lines.
Absolutely.
Hold on, you did 2 lines?
I did 2 lines. Yeah. I'd switch it up, man. And then sometimes it'd be 1, and then you grow it out, and then boom, do the other one. Hey.
But listen, my feelings were like almost hurt. I'm like, man, I'm behind the fucking ball. I need to stop this shit. Because I'm like, they're growing back and we need to, you know. But it was a thing, 2001, 2006.
It's still kind of a thing, though.
Yeah.
It's still like, I go and they ask me, yo, you want to clean that up? I'm like, bro, I'm good.
I haven't cleaned it up a little bit. You gotta keep it natural. Shout to Russ. Shout to Rusty.
You've been rocking with Russ forever. I respect the loyalty.
I think since like 06.
Come on.
Damn, that's been a minute.
Yeah.
So I don't have hair, so I don't have to worry about
Once you get that barber that knows your shit so good.
Yep.
You know, I don't have a clean rusty fade, but once you get that, it's hard to find.
And then you
shout out to our boy Brian too. Gotta show love to Brian.
Yeah, Brian the barber.
Don't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah, no. Hey, he's all right.
You better shout y'all barber before you hurt their feelings if they see it.
Shout out my boy Dre.
He's great.
Dre from Fade Masters?
Absolutely. I've been rocking with Dre since I was like 16. Yeah.
Dre used to cut my hair before us. Shout out to Dre. Yep.
I remember those days.
So hold on. With that being said, I gotta give a shout out to Spirits the One Key. That's my tighten up my beard.
Yeah.
I need to go back. But so how long you been with your barber?
Since 06.
How long you been with your barber?
Well, I'm a cheater, so now
I don't do that. And they hate that. Maybe they hate that.
Yeah. Because my dude owns a bunch of them, like a bunch of barbershops, so he would bounce around.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, I'm not gonna go to the other side of town when I have to pass 13 barbers.
Right.
So yeah, I cheat. I'm a cheater.
At least it was with the same company though, right? His barbershop or no?
No.
When you say it wasn't even his chain.
No.
Damn,
No.
You dirty.
I'm out. I'm dirty.
You dirty.
No, but you got to think about convenience, right?
Right.
A lot of people are like, hey, you know, my barber, Brian, you know, he's going to hear this, but motherfucker moved out to like 41, and that was before that shit was hot. So I was just like, damn, I'm just gonna go to Dre at Fade Master. It's like 10 minutes away from
There
my
it
fucking
is.
thing. He was like, hey Manny, where you been at? I was like, oh, I moved to Tennessee, dog.
Oh damn! Oh, you ain't have the heart to tell him.
I was like, yo, dog, we moved to Tennessee, dog. He's like, I just saw you yesterday at the golf course. I was like, oh,
I'm here on vacation. I just can't see my mom.
At the golf course with a fresh fade. You can't hide that.
No,
now
no.
you're wearing a hat for no reason.
How long have you been going to your barber?
Bro, I haven't had a barber in a while. So
But even for your beard, you can
no,
do it
I'm
yourself?
saying like, so I've been going to Key now for like maybe a year. So remember I had my hairpiece? My
Yes.
hair unit?
Hell
That was
yeah.
hot.
He convinced me to do that. He's like, Buck, listen, you look good. Do it, dude. And he's like, listen, I can win from this. You can win from this. And I'm like, he tried to convince me at least from like 6 to 8 months. And then I gave in. I'm like, you know what? Let me try it out. Let me do it. I got so many compliments from doing
Bro, it
that
looked
thing,
hard.
dog.
You had the
looked
wave
hard.
on it too.
Yeah.
But
It
the
looked
only
hard.
downfall from that situation right there
Was the
is-
glue?
That's
It was
it.
Wait. First of all, how long does it last?
It's just like how women take care of their weave. It's all about taking care of your weave. So I couldn't get it wet and I couldn't sweat.
So shower cap?
That's hard,
Yes.
bro.
Oh,
Bitch, I
okay.
ain't never ever wore a shower cap in my life. In my life. Until I'm this age. And I'm like, come on, bro. So I feel kind of feminine wearing a shower cap in the shower.
It was getting sweaty under there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It can last to 30, 45 days to answer your question, but I'm outside.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah,
we're
you're gonna
hosting
sweat.
gigs and I'm outside, I sweat. So, like, it started to get...
So what happens? The glue comes off and you could just re-glue it?
Oh, no, it's just start falling apart.
Oh, I thought it was like one piece.
Huh?
I thought it was one top piece.
No,
And you
no.
could
Well,
create
it
the
is
fade on
one
the side.
top piece, but the thing is, if you get water spot on one side, that side's going to fall out. It's going to get weaker just because of the water damage. So that's what ended up happening.
And you're hype. You're hosting events. You're hosting concerts. So
and
you're
if I'm outside, you know, like we used to do gigs and whatnot for the station, and it's hot outside, that's sweat. So that sweat and glue, it just started come,
So how long it lasts for you?
good 20 days.
Well, that's good.
Best 20 days ever.
Listen, because I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
You would never
I know
know.
you probably have a no. Well, meaning this, I don't know how much that costs, and you probably have a hookup. But how much did it cost for a man?
If I remember correctly, if you try to do it, around about $300, give or take.
Ooh, oh, he was eating.
Damn.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
$300.
what's up.
Yeah.
And the maintenance on that thing, you just dripping glue.
Okay. So next question: can you reuse it? Like
No, you have to get it redone. You have to get like take off,
brand-
put on.
Different
brand new
style?
neck.
You thought about like maybe a fro next time?
High top
maybe
fade?
some braids?
High top fade?
The fucking funny part is, I thought about doing a fucking fade. I'm like, either a fade or a flat top. I'm like, fuck it. If these are the possibilities, why not?
But the bitches were loving it.
Oh, no. Pussy alert went up. I was already getting pussy. It went up.
when this guy had his fucking piece on the top of his head, he was feeling himself like doing the Snapchats, the Instagram stories.
Yeah.
He was looking like $1 million.
Right. Bro, my
Ready
phone
to
was
take
blowing
your
up.
fucking girl, baby. Take your girl.
My shit started ringing, vibrating. They're like, yo, boy. Whoa. Stop everything. Let me go on the gram. And it was like, yo, Buck 2001. Like, waves on fleek. It was before he was dripping glue.
You guys are fucking true.
So now I might go back with it. Fuck it.
Bro,
shit.
I think you should run it back.
I think
You
I
could
might.
go every now and then, but I mean, damn, that's for it to last. Okay, for a regular, how do you not sweat if you're a guy?
That's true.
And it's like, listen, so how long can it last? It lasts you 20 days,
No,
which
like
to me
I
is a
said,
long time.
It can last to 30, 45 days. Because you got to think, when women get their hair done and get extra hair, it lasts for about 2 months. But this is different. This is glue. Like, their shit is like all sewed in and whatnot, or however they do it.
So in those 20 days that you had it, you're getting haircuts around it? Like,
Yep.
keep
Yep.
everything else
They
tight?
got to maintain.
you gotta make it blend.
There it is. You got to.
Oh my
It's like going to the barbershop once a week.
Hell
Listen,
yeah.
fuck, that
Oh,
shit was
yeah.
fucking hard.
That shit was
bro.
hard.
It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
listen, I ain't gonna lie, my man. Listen, you looked at least 20 years younger.
My dog
It's
changed
crazy
the
what it
profile
does.
pic and everything.
I did.
No, not to say, and not to say you even look old, because you still look like you 20 something,
Right,
but
right.
It brings a different element.
It does though. But this is the crazy part. Because I did that, other men feel comfortable doing it now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it was like, Buck, you did that? Like, how much that cost? I got the hookup. I'm like, are you serious? So I gave everybody information to go to Key and experience one, and there it is.
He supposed to give you the next one on the house.
Oh, bro. Yeah, hold on. Any style you want.
Whatever.
This one's on the house. You want a fucking fro? You want the fake? You want the blowout?
I want to look like this guy. That's fire, bro. But the evolution of like, you know, back in the day, that used to only be like for women.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
things that
that's
like
crazy.
You know, make your appearance a little bit better. But now dudes, we got, you know, things that we can kind of tap into.
Yeah, we got the Beijing dog. I know
the
people that
Beijing.
go like, "Do I really want your beard?" So they get the Beijing right here, so they can connect it. Like, I can never get these hairs right here.
Yeah, it makes it perfect.
Now
It
you
makes
can
it
get 'em,
perfect.
dog.
Yeah.
You get them Sharpie, and they just go. Dog.
I didn't know about that shit until maybe 4 years later dealing with Russ. He's like, yeah, all my clients use it. And whether it be to take care of some areas
Yeah.
or,
Yeah.
like you said, to connect the beers.
Yeah.
I'm
But
like,
you gotta have the right guy, because if not,
Yeah.
it looks like a Sharpie.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
you,
Yeah.
your dude needs to be experienced.
100%.
they do some wild shit besides the weave on top.
You finna go to the BBL?
No. I'm sure you've seen it because your company, the tattoos on the head.
Oh,
Tattoo fade.
yeah.
yes.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. And if you look into it, there's a lot of like people that we're used to seeing like on TV, celebrities that have like Pitbull, for example, is like one of those. It's the we have a guy at my tattoo shop that does it. It's called SMP, scalp micropigmentation, and it basically just makes it look like you hit it with a 1. Like a real
Yep.
low. It gives you that
Yep.
little hairline. It keeps
And they
kinda
gotta be there
crispy.
100 million fucking dots.
It's a hair tattoo.
Yeah. Speaking of the tattoo shop, I mean, Davy, tell us where your tattoo shop is. Plug that bitch.
Bro, we
you
could
know?
basically
Let's
walk
go.
there from here. Emphasis Tattoo.
Yeah.
We're on Fletcher in Florida. We got 8 artists. Everybody specializes in something different. We are lacing up the Bay. It's been a passion project. I've had it for about 3 years now. And man, I love it. The stories. Like yesterday, we had a guy come in. He was probably in his 50s. He's a banker, Jewish banker. Got a Star of David with his kids. He was like, I never in a million years would have thought that I'd be getting a tattoo. And there he was. And one of the big things in the tattoo industry that has changed is, like the social norms and the preconceived notions of people with tattoos have changed. But more than anything, a lot of jobs that previously wouldn't allow for visible tattoos, police, first responders, military, now it's a free-for-all. As a matter of fact, the military used to be super strict on visible tattoos. Now McDill has the first on-base tattoo shop in the country.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Tampa, bitch.
When you say Tampa shit,
We set trends, baby.
and the enlisted folks hate it because they treat the tattoo shop like an extension of the military. So you walk in and they assign you a fucking artist.
Oh, no way. You can't pick your own artist?
You can't pick. So they come to us.
Fuck that.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck that.
That makes
That's
sense.
like, hey, go to this guy for a haircut.
Yeah.
And when you got a little case of OCD, that ain't
No,
gonna
I'm
happen. So I
good.
can imagine something that's permanent on your skin.
That's crazy, bro, because it's funny. I was working Eden on a Saturday night, and one of the police officers had like a full sleeve, and I'm like, yo, that shit is nice. And it's crazy because tattoos used to be shunned upon.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you got tattoo. And now it's just more open and everybody accepted.
And we have like the wildest like clientele. We had like a scientist in there the other day. We have a politician that comes and gets tattooed, but he for whatever reason he has to go in and out the back door. He's not even like a famous guy, but for him, he's like, yo, I'm only going in and out the back.
You never know.
Stuff like that. We got a bunch
That part.
of football players, basketball players. It's been dope.
Yeah.
So let's really tap into the situation
Yeah.
before we go to the next situation. Who's your partner, though? That's it right there.
Oh, my partner, Dollars Tattoo, one of the most sought after tattoo artists. I would say probably, in this area. He's been on MTV, VH1, Spike. So it's been cool to, be able to come in the game because I'm not of that world. Like in our business, I'm more on like the finance side, the business side. But my dog is like top tier tattoo artist. He's a true artist in every sense of the word. So it's a good balance, man, a good dichotomy. He deals with the artists more. I deal with the clients and the business side more. It's been great, man.
It's a
I
perfect
really enjoy
match.
it. Yeah, it really is. And my dog is like elite. He's so good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, man. It's been fun.
And it's just a matter of time before you open up another.
That's it,
That's
bro.
right.
And then
That's it.
another one. And then another one.
Yeah. And then when we get back with Happy Hour Holidays, we're going to ask Buckwheat, Davy, and Christion, what was the craziest experience they had, either at a party, Wild Splash, whatever it is. These guys have done it all. So we're really curious to see, the audience is curious to see what these guys have experienced.
Let's go. Let's go.
We'll ask them when we get back. And we're back. Happy Hour Holidaze, get litty up in this pussy. We were just asking the boys, man. I know all you guys have had some either parties, crazy experience. I just want to know a couple of them, just like throughout, being on the radio and, hosting all these parties. I mean, you guys have to have a couple crazy ones that you were just like, God damn. What the fuck just happened?
It's crazy because you really got to go in your memory bank. I remember so many big things from Super Bowl.
I mean, I was thinking Wild Splash.
Wild Splash shows.
Damn.
The after parties.
I mean, one of the things that comes to mind is I watched a dude almost die in the parking lot of this club I was doing because he got in a fight in the club, got kicked out. He was super pissed, and he went out, just punched a random car window. Boom! And when he pulls his arm out, he like severed like something, and he almost bled out in the parking lot. A helicopter had to land in the middle of the parking lot, take him, Bayflight him out. The dude had to get like blood transfusions, all that. We saw it all happen. It was a night that it was like a club that I was promoting, ruined our night because then it was such a big deal that the next week there was like 5 or 6 cops right across the street, and as soon as people started leaving, they're pulling everybody over. So our night went from like 400 or 500 people a week to like 15 the next week. After this dude almost bled out in our parking lot.
Good Lord.
Holy fuck! Well,
I know.
That was definitely a crazy ass experience. What? Buck, you got one. I know you do.
Oh, I got one.
He's got many, but he's gonna just tell me one.
So I got a good and a bad.
All right,
that's what I was gonna say.
Good.
I
got a good.
That was a bad.
That was a bad.
Think of a good.
We'll come back
because I got a crazy bad too.
Good.
Yo, because we've been there for some time. We see some bad shit.
There's a lot of good over the bad situations.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna
give
say
it to him, Buck.
So me and JB, should I say the club name? I mean, it don't even exist anymore.
Say it.
Fuck it. So it was Scene in downtown St. Pete on a Tuesday.
That was across the street from Push, right? Was that the club?
No. Scene. It was around the corner from Janice Live, like a few blocks away.
Okay.
But
Beautiful club.
Yeah,
it was.
The setup was dope as fuck. Hell yeah. So
it had like 3 rooms, 4 rooms, something like that.
No, it was. So you had upstairs, downstairs, and then this one room.
Okay.
I remember real quick, Buck. I remember
It's in
when
downtown St. Pete though.
Downtown St. Pete.
I know.
And I remember when it opened up, they were trying to stay away from hip hop.
Yes.
And then a couple weeks in, it's like Buckwheat and King JB in a wild broadcast. Oh, here we go. Oh, y'all done fucked up your club.
Bro, but that's what always fucking happens. That's what always happens. Always happens.
But it's crazy though. Even with that being said, like a lot of clubs want to say, "Oh, we want to stay from the urban crowd. We want to keep it diverse, white, however you want to look at it." But sooner or later, you got to come to the hip hop side.
Yeah, it's called get fucking real. It's called get fucking real. When your bills are due and no one's buying fucking bottles and no one's balling out, that's when they're like, yo, we'll let you in with that black tea. We'll let you in with that white tea. Buckwheat, Davy, Christion, bring them in.
Yeah. Because now it's $13 Hennessy, $12 Cirocs as opposed to Bud Lights and fucking White Claws.
That shit ain't gonna support your business.
This hip hop shit ain't so bad.
We're making money.
Oh my God.
Get them Negroes in here. Get the Spanish in here. White folks just have a good time.
Just blend in and just what you can. Just five out. Because they paying my rent, they paying the bills, and they making me money. Shut the fuck up.
So what happened at Scene?
Yeah.
So I was in the DJ booth with JB. So the DJ booth is like set right here, and you have to, when you walk upstairs, it's like right next to us. Like we could say high five your ass. So a situation kind of got carried away. We're fucking JB's DJing. I'm hosting. All of a sudden, I see an argument on the staircase. Somebody trying to pass, but I don't know what the situation may be. All of a sudden, bang, bang, bang.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I dug down. JB, of all people, kept DJing. Everybody stands down under the table. I think Famous Kid Brick was next to me when the situation happened. And JB was just like, what's going on? Jacked up DJ. I'm like, get your motherfucking ass down, dog.
Did you say this was going to be the positive story? I'd hate to hear the
We come back around to the positive.
Okay.
So as JB's DJ, he was like, what happened? I'm like, get your ass down. So the dude, same situation, dude was like bleeding. They take him outside. Of course, the club is shutting down. I was like, I've been around situations where there's been gunfire. Never that close. Like when I say close, how me and you are sitting right now, like both of you guys, that's how close it was.
Jeez.
And the dude got shot in his leg, ended up living, of course. But I'm like, I've been around gunshots from the country in Texas and hanging out here in Dallas and even in Tampa. But for it to be that close
That was crazy.
blows my mind, even till this day talking about it.
Yeah.
Now the good side.
Okay.
He did live.
JB killed that
Oh, DJ that. But it's crazy to go to Wild Splash. Man, it's you know, when we're meeting these artists and like the upcoming artists, you know, it's a hello, shoot the shit, blah 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 blah, whatever. But the after party was always at Club Sky, so I got Miguel to come to Club Sky.
Oh, he had that good music, that
Exactly.
fucking music,
Yeah.
dog. I know I fucked a couple times.
Yes.
He ain't leg drop nobody.
No, he was still yelling to the game.
Okay.
I got Little Dicky to come to Club Sky. It was funny because I was the host at Club Sky along with Christion.
Oh, yeah.
So Lori would come up to me like, hey, listen, can you get some dogs to come by? I'm like, I'll try. I'll throw it out there. I'm like, oh, what you doing after this? Like, well, I don't know. I'm like, oh, bro, listen, I'm hosting. Yeah, at that point, I'm like, hey, listen, what's going on? How you doing? Like, I'm becoming your new friend. Once I get that trust, hey, you want to get fucked up? Are we drinking on this locker today?
I do.
Let's go. I'm like, bro, you ain't never been to town. Let's get fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I convinced a lot of artists. I mean, those are the two I'm going to name right now. But like, it was dope to hang out with them before they blew up to where they are right now.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of the guys, man, they start off like, I mean, like anybody, man, you're not really known, but then you come up with that hot shit, and then all of a sudden, man, every bitch wants a little bit of that little pee-pee. You know what I mean? And it's tough, but, you know, just going back to the beginning, I mean, how did you guys get on, you know, the radio? What path did you take to get on the radio and be who you guys are? Because, I mean, in Tampa, I mean, you guys are the hottest shit alive. So how did you get to that point? You know,
Well, what was.
There'll be more chapters.
Chapters go. I mean, everything ends.
For me, it started as an internship, man.
Yeah.
240 hours of unpaid labor. And that was basically like the foot in the door. Started street team, part-time guy, and almost quit.
Yeah.
Almost lost faith in it because it took so long. And for me, it took for somebody to get fired to be able to get like that morning show job, that full-time gig. So man, it just started with fucking passion, just looking to try to chase music. And for me, like a big thing was when I was on the street team was $8 an hour, part-time stuff, 10 hours, 12 hours a week. Definitely not enough to support yourself. So I saw everybody else. There was probably 40 people on the street team. Everybody who was on there, their goal was to get on the air. Everybody wanted to be a full-time on-air personality. But what I noticed was everybody had a job, like a real job. They worked at a bar, at T-Mobile, at the mall. They all had something that was taking them away from the radio station. And that's when I was like, fuck that. I'm going to start DJing because that'll keep me into music. And for me, as a new cat, it was like a source of inspiration to have the best DJs in the city on the fucking team. So like we've mentioned Club Sky, I would work the broadcast. Christion would be DJing, and no bullshit, bro. And I think I've told you this before, but like we would watch your broadcast, me and my partner, my boy Matthias, shout out to the MD. We would watch, and then we would go home and try to do the shit that we just saw Christion do. And it was like,
That's how I learned to DJ.
Real shit.
Trying to mimic Funkmaster Flex or Kid Capri.
And it's
Same
like,
thing.
yo, you have the best teachers in front of you, people that you respect, admire, and it's like, yo, I'm having a crash course. I'm getting a real education. So for me, it was like, yo, I'm not gonna go and get this fucking part-time job. I'm gonna go all in on the music.
And that's what it takes, honestly. And Davy's got it. I mean, if you want to be where you want to be, you have to fucking do whatever it takes to get there. And it's going to, you might have to take a hit on finances, but eventually, if you're passionate enough, you're going to climb past everybody else and you're going to have that chance in front of the fucking microphone and you're going to fucking kill it and you're going to be irreplaceable.
That's it.
Can I tell a story real quick?
Hit it.
We were talking about the goods and the bads. I said the bad. Let me tell the good.
Oh, yeah, I
quick.
got to tell my good and bad. I forgot about
Hopefully
that.
it's at the strip club. I'm a little horny.
With this guy, you never know.
Nah, this was at Wild Splash, right? This was a Wild Splash, and the headliner was DMX, right? So we're running behind schedule, and DMX, it's your time, and they're like, X, let's go, man, we gotta go. And he's like, first, we pray. Okay. And now he's like, you, and like pointed at like 6 or 7 of us, like, come in my trailer. Like, oh shit.
Damn, we get high.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the production dude is like, no. We don't have time for that. We gotta go. We're behind schedule. He's like, you come too. So, like, all right, fuck it. DMX says we go in his trailer and pray. You fucking go in his trailer and pray. So we go in there, and it's like remember like the outros of his albums? Like,
Yeah, praying.
dear God,
It's the illest shit ever.
we thank you for this day. So it was like, all right, boom.
Was he doing it like that?
Oh, bro, he did it just like that. You could have closed your eyes and thought you were listening to Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. So he does this like, and this is a long prayer. This is a 10-minute prayer. Meanwhile, you hear the crowd, DMX, DMX. He don't give a fuck. It's like, we're praying. So boom, prayer's done. He bum rushes the stage. The production guy was like, God damn, like he doesn't even know I'm Jewish. Like I don't even know any of this shit he said. So X comes, he fucking kills it. He performs, he cries, he goes, through every emotion. Everybody who came there to see DMX left getting their money's worth, right? So then his security, they know the set. They're like, yo, this is his last song. They're telling everybody, yo, this is very important. When X comes off the stage, he's gonna go straight to the trailer. Nobody can follow him. Nobody can go in the trailer with him. All right, bet. So he fucking gets off the stage, beeline to the trailer. It's just him in there. And then all you boom, 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 boom. The trailer is fucking rocking. It's shaking. And then silence.
Good fucking
Damn,
Lord.
that was a good fucking
then-
masturbation scene. Jesus Christ.
And then DMX opens up the door. He's like, all right, everybody come in here. And like they said that's just what he does when he gets off stage. He has to decompress. He beats up the walls, kicks some shit, and then he's good to go. Rest in peace, Darkman X.
That's just fucking wild. Shout to Drunk D.
Okay.
Drunk D. I'm taking it back to Demetrius. It was me and Drunk D live on the radio. And DMX was in town. They said, you can do the interview. This is Beata still at the station. Shout to Orlando, shout to Beata. She tells Demetrius, because he's running the boards, if this guy cusses, because this is Wild DMX, he don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we couldn't pre-record it. It had to be live. So I must have been there for 9 o'clock Wild Out or something DJing. Demetrius is hosting. It can't be pre-recorded. He doesn't want to pre-record shit.
Nah.
He says, we're doing it live. Beata says, if there is one cuss word that comes over the radio and we get fined. Forget being fined. If there's just one fucking cuss word, you're fired. Both of you are fired. That whole interview, he didn't give a fuck. And it was a good interview, at least in my perspective, because I heard everything he said. Every 5 minutes, like no joke, Demetrius just hitting the delay.
Can't play that.
The delay, basically, for
did it
those who
again.
don't know, it basically deletes what, 30 seconds, 20 seconds of what everything he's saying, because he cussed nonstop.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck, like if he was paying the bill. Drunk D didn't get fired that time.
It was later.
He lived to fight another day. It was a great fucking interview.
Yo, that Super Bowl weekend, I was a part-timer, and there was a dude that did Saturdays, and he wanted to go enjoy the festivities. So I got to fill in for him. And they were talking, they're like, listen, all the record labels have the hotline number. If an artist or label calls and they want to come in, you do a judgment call. If it's a big enough artist to come in, do an interview, boom, let them in. So I'm in there, I'm praying, I'm like, please let somebody fucking call. I just want somebody. And then all of a sudden, we get the phone call, and it was Rick Ross's people. They're like, yo, Rose wants to come in. Is that cool? Fucking right there.
And for those who don't know, it's almost like a strobe light will go off.
Yeah.
It totally
can't
changes
miss it.
the mood. And there's only two things. It's either a big artist or it's the big boss because you did something, you fucked up something and you're in trouble.
DMX cussed.
Yeah. So you see that strobe and it's like, it can be like, oh my God, your heart dropped. Or it's like, oh shit, it's someone big. So in this case, it was Rick Ross.
It was Rick Ross. And I'm like, fuck, I hope he comes. Because I was there till like, I don't know. I had like 2 hours left, an hour left. And then all of a sudden we see a Rolls Royce pull up. Oh shit, he's fucking coming. Rick Ross comes out by himself. Just him, blunt behind his ear. He's got some new music that has never been played before. He's like, yo, I want to play this. It's Super Bowl weekend. The city's on fire. We play a couple songs, right? It's me, my boy, and I had at that point called my video guy. I'm like, bro, fucking Rick Ross is about to be here. Come in, get a video. So I'm like, we do the interview. It was great. We premiered a song, all of that shit. So I'm like, Ross, let me get a drop. He's like, yo, this is Rick Ross. I'm fucking with Davy. My boy is like, yo, let me get a drop too. He's like, yo, this is Rick Ross. And then my boy who does the video, he's like, hey, he fucked up. He's like, hey, let me get a drop for my video company. Rick Ross says, $30,000.
You should have just went with a fucking flow. Just give me a shout out. It's Julito. My dog behind the camera.
And he didn't get the drop.
No, he did not.
He did not get the drop that day.
Ross, all the Miami boys, bro.
About their business.
It's crazy for you to hear that story because there's one time I went to Miami, man, and I went there for the weekend to hang out with some chick, and I was trying to get into Live. I'm literally outside Live, and we couldn't get in because it's packed. You got to pay $100 to get in. I'm about to walk out, and just to bring it full circle, Wild Splash and Last Dumb Show brings us a lot of connection with artists. Someone we connect with, some we don't, some we cool with, blah, 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 and it lasts forever, it lasts. I'm outside about to walk out. Flo Rida is walking up. He was like, Buck, where you going? I'm like, man, I try to get. He was like, fuck that shit. Come in with me. Had the best time in my life.
Hell yeah.
And I met him because he came out with his song. When he first came out, we started playing it at Wild 94.1. And we built the connection with him and his team. And every time I see him, it's always love. And the last person to think I'm going to see going to Live for my first time is going to be Flo Rida.
Oh, yeah.
And then I walk in with him and his entourage. He's like, no, you walk with me. And I'm like, yes, sir.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go. He's popping bottles. I'm drinking that shit. Like I'm buying this shit. Like, I'm not going to lie. That's
Flo,
one
get another
best time
one.
ever. Yeah, exactly.
It's on his tab.
Bro, but the bonds we built, the relationship we built, like you asked, what's a good story, a bad story, or memories about the greatest, the worst, whatever it may be. I'll save my bad one because it's pretty dark. But Ebor's a wild fucking place.
Yes, sir.
But on them good vibes, the birthday bash, my DJ Christion birthday bash is in every fucking year. It was basically a fucking Wild Splash.
It's legendary, bro.
Every year. And all them
Absolutely.
artists, shout to every single one of them artists. Really, Fat Joe, Khaled, Rick Ross, Pitbull, Flo Rida, like your man. It's countless. All came out of love. Never had to pay. It was just on relationship, out of love. And let me tell you.
Hold on. Let's let Christion tell us when we get back before we lose this camera spot right here. Well, I want to hear from Buckwheat too to see how he started out with the radio, and then also you, Christion.
Hell yeah.
So when we get back, we're gonna touch base on that, and I appreciate the audience staying in. We'll be right back. So going back to Christion over here with Happy Hour Holidaze, we getting litty bitty over here, boy.
Cheers, boys. Cheers,
Yeah,
boys.
cheers.
Happy Hour Holidaze.
Welcome to the good life.
God bless. So I was saying the good memories, or what was it? The craziest moment?
Yeah.
All the birthdays was insane. It was basically Wild Splash at DJ Christion birthday. Shout out to Buckwheat, used to always host it. Davy used to always host it. Orlando, all them boys, everyone contributed. It was the biggest fucking party of the year. At a club.
Absolutely.
It was literally like last damn show, Wild Splash. Everyone came out of love. It was great from artists from Fat Joe, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, fucking Flo Rida. Flo Rida, one of the biggest ones, 2008. And they're still on YouTube. You could look them up. But the performance was legendary.
Yes.
Sometimes it was so big. I remember in 2009 or 2008, on the bill I was able to promote, I think Khaled, Joe, Rick Ross, Flo Rida, but we had a silhouette of Pitbull, because he was doing something with the Rays, the Tampa Bay Rays that day, and his contract, you can't promote like he's gonna be somewhere else. It's like my man, I'm gonna be there, but you can't put me on the flyer.
Hell yeah.
You can't even plug it. So, 5 o'clock bomb, the 5 o'clock shows, myself, Buckwheat, they call in or they be live. We be talking shit, promoting the birthday bash. He couldn't even call in, but, we had the silhouette. And I just remember, man, that shit was crazy. And Flow Rider, to go back to Flow Rider, that night, I'm in the hotel. Shout out to Rudy, Giuliani, Righteous always helped me out with them. Lori, of course, Club Sky.
Right.
Flow Rider calls and says, yo, my man, because he told me I'm going to try to make it. And I'm on the fucking way. We didn't pay for travel or hotel because we didn't, of course, you need that. Let's go. We got you. But he's like, don't worry about it. I just did a show in Houston. I just got off the stage. We're taking a flight. We're coming straight to your party. Those was the crazy days.
Yeah, it was.
That was fucking Wild Splash in Club Sky, DJ Christion on birthday bash. So just them days was legendary. Every artist from the beginning. Remember Smitty?
Yep.
That was on my neck. Shout out to Ray, he sent me that the other day. But whether it be Cameron, fucking G-Dep, who ended up having a big drug problem. I didn't know he lived in St. Pete.
G-Dep?
G-Dep.
Really?
For a short period of time.
Bad boy for life.
Bro, it was legendary. The whole terror squad. It was insane.
Insane for sure. But you know what else was insane was when your ass went to Africa. And they fucking tried to hold you hostage, ain't it?
Listen.
Like, you can get kidnapped out there, Christion.
I got PTSD. Man, at this point, I'm cussing Joe the fuck out.
What brought you to Africa?
First of all, we get a show. We're booked.
Okay.
It's not New Year's Eve, but it's right after New Year's Eve.
Okay.
So for New Year's Eve, we're all in New York. It's snowing. It's shitty as hell outside. We go to whatever club, whatever spot for New Year's Eve, and we got to get on the flight like 2 a.m. So, no, it's like 4 or 5 a.m. I just remember being at the airport. Emirates flight, dope as hell.
Ooh.
But a club for New Year's Eve. I don't know if he's in the Bronx, Queens, Harlem. Go straight to the airport. We're like, all right, we're making the best out of the situation. It's great. Everyone's together, camaraderie, like a football team. Great time. Let's get on that flight. Okay, we're going to Africa. I've been plenty spots, South Africa. But the one that just makes me tweak is fucking Angola. And God bless Angola. But see, the thing about this Angola is a guy named motherfucking Recount. Joe Crack, I love you, but God damn you, boy. So, of course, we get booked out there. Now, here's the thing. Joe got crazy money from him a few years before we had Make It Rain. Recount was booking him like crazy in Africa, doing a bunch of shows, making crazy money. I don't remember perfectly offhand, but maybe $150,000 a show. This is insane. So he's like, you know what? Let's go back. Something happened where he didn't want to mess with him again, but hey, let's go. Easy money, let's go. We go to Africa. Now, Recount has a tie to the government.
Okay.
Where he uses that money. It's not his personal money. So I believe he uses government funding to do shows for the community.
We're doing this for the people.
Now, it's crazy as hell. Dope setup. I'm talking his security, wild as shit. Joe was telling no lie. When it maybe a 15-year-old with an AR-15, a machine gun ready to smoke your ass out.
He's with us.
As soon as we land, we got to go to some crazy, like, for lack of a better word, like a pepper rally.
Okay.
Where the community is to show Fat Joe's in town.
He's actually here.
He's actually here. He's amongst the people. Okay, wave, take pictures, whatever. But it got kind of rowdy.
Okay.
And, we didn't have the greatest security. Okay, go back to the hotel.
You got you and a 15-year-old.
Day 2. Joe, let's go. We're going to do TV. Joe, we're going to do radio. And at this point, when I see Joe's like, Joe, he'll do whatever you need to do. Let's go win. But even he was like, whoa, wait, we're doing a lot of stuff for one show. Little did we know one show was going to turn into like 4 shows.
Oh.
No one knew. Now here's the best part. Shout out to Zia, the promoter that helped also Recount put it all together. All of a sudden we're down there. He gets, Fabulous is already there. So it's us and Fabulous and Busta. He wants Rick Ross. So Joe makes the call. Get Rick Ross involved.
Damn.
He comes down 24 hours later. So we do one show. And the first show was crazy because during mid-performance, the electricity goes out.
Oh, hell yeah.
First of all, the vibe is crazy. They're already ecstatic because we're in their hood.
They
Their
never seen no shit like that.
Nah, they ain't seen
Fuck
fucking
no.
Fat Joe Terror Squad live in the mix, like giving them the craziest performance. I remember people jumping on stage. I'm sorry, people jumping on stage, running towards Joe just to give him a hug and get kicked in the fucking face by security, like punting like a football player kicking a fucking football through the field goal. But it is what it is. It has to happen sometimes.
Right.
But let me tell you, so that's when I'm like, man, something's off. We all go backstage. Us, Fabulous, Busta, To Kill Time. They're trying to bring back the electricity. Electricity never comes back on. They're like, guys, we got the vans in the back. They're gonna take you back to the hotel. But here's the thing. You gotta run to the vans because we can't control the people and they're running all over.
Oh shit.
On God. Like Kodak was it. On God. Oh my God. Bro, it was like Walking fucking Dead. Like the walking like zombies just everywhere.
Damn.
Joe's like, all right, we're gonna run to this van. Let's go. Let's go. Go straight to the van. Don't stop. No pictures, no nothing. Just run. And just everyone, whether they want an autograph, a picture, just running into you, bumping into you, like trying to get to Joe or trying to get to the DJ or trying to get to Busta, Fabulous, trying to yank my bag. You know, to say, because they know DJ equipment, whatever. Like, it's insane. Like, you're just trying to bob and weave, jump in the fucking van to go back to the hotel. You get in the van.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mr. Fats. Mr. Fats.
Mr. Fat Joe. Fat Joe. Yo, that's what they call it. Fat Joe. Bro, I got a fucking fade with a razor blade and a comb,
There
bro.
we go.
Listen, I needed a cut. The bar, we went to a barbershop, literally a fucking razor blade and an old school comb you can get for 25 cents. Your grandfather probably combed your hair with this.
But then they do your eyebrows.
Nah. Let me tell you.
Eyebrow intervention.
Bro,
You get swooped in the
it was a clean up top fade, but using a fucking razor blade and a comb. Bro. But long story short, to fast forward all this shit, Rick Ross does his thing. The next day,
Oh, so he made it.
he leaves. He gets paid.
Okay.
Because they was using the promoter as far as Rick Ross part. Elazir was putting on his AMX card, taking care of Ross. All right, he's out. Joe's like, Ricky's like, let's do another show. I pay you, don't worry. Another show, 3 shows. We're in like a golden palace.
Damn.
The hotel's dope. And it's, hey, because it's 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
A little snack.
This beautiful, whatever you want. A golden palace. Go eat whatever you want. You want a snack? Go downstairs by the bar. Grilled cheese. We'd eat grilled fucking cheese.
Sounds like prison, dog.
I mean, and the only thing on
Bologna
TV is
sandwich?
NBA channel from like games from like 1990s.
Dikembe Mutombo all day.
Man, at this time, one of the hype man, he's going through trouble. He wants to be back home with his girl. He's like, man, I'm homesick. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm like, why the fuck are we here? We're supposed to be here 2 fucking days. It's day 5. Day 5 turns into another fucking week.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Bro, and they took our passports.
Oh, fuck.
They wanted to make sure we wasn't gone. And all this stuff seems like, oh, we keep your passport. It's with the government. Don't worry. It's all good. Like, don't worry. We need this. We need this.
When they say we want to do another show, did it feel like there was an option? Or it's like, we're doing another show?
We're doing another show. We're doing another show because
have
of
an
the
option.
money that was involved. But it was all a scheme. I mean, it ended up that way because they took the passports. At one point, when we're all together, we're like, yo, me and Joe's right-hand man at the time were like, let's go to the airport and get our shit, get our passports. I'm like, all right, let's go, because I'm bored of being in the fucking hotel, watching the same thing on HBO,
NBA
live.
TV.
Half of the channels don't even fucking speak English. I'm in my room like 12 hours a day. It was like fucking jail. And guess what? I opened that window. Am I looking at a beautiful beach? Am I looking at the sand and waters of Africa? No, man, I'm in fucking Angola. That shit, it looks like I'm in the fucking hood. Listen, oh my God. So they take our passports. We ain't getting them back. We go to the airport.
They not there.
They didn't want to give it to us. No. He ends up getting them. So we get all our passports back. And this is like, and we're still there like 4 more days because I'm going to pay you. The money ain't coming. It's, you know. So it was like, were we kidnapped at gunpoint? No. But it was a golden prison. And he's like, my man, you want the money? You got to do another show. I think we did 3 shows.
Shit.
After that, we're like, yo, we just got to go. I think it was like 2.5 weeks. We finally like,
God damn, dog. 2 weeks and a half? Jesus.
Now we made the best of it because it's all, you know, we all we got.
Yeah, and we in the Golden Palace,
at that time,
the Golden Prison.
It's oh my God. So stories, Fat Joe's a never-ending story, the number one storyteller ever. And not even bust all these people, other guys too. Fabulous, they're not really leaving. It's like he's promised more money, let's do more shows. And you figured you backed by the government, and he's giving the funding. We're getting this. And where they got it a few years before, like, this is guaranteed. Let's keep doing it. But come that, 2-week period, a little over that, we had to get the fuck out. We had to forcefully go get our passports. I believe, I don't remember because it's been so long, but that Joe paid for our flights to get out of there. I remember the guy I tell you, Elazir.
Yeah.
He stayed back. Joe's like, yo, get the fuck out, take the loss, write it off or whatever. Because remember, he booked Rick Ross and someone else, I forget at the time.
Right.
Put it on his AMX to front the money that Riquinho was supposed to pay for the artist to come down to the show. Rick Ross back then, I don't know, maybe he's getting, it's Africa, so 100 G's. I don't know what he charged up on his black card, as a matter of fact. But he never got that money. So he's staying behind, and he's like, I'm going to sue him. So we leave. Joe's like, you need to get the fuck out. Move on. Take it as a loss. Write it off. Whatever you got to do to get out of here. We gone. We goof.
A lawsuit ain't gonna go so well.
We're back in the land. We're thankful. This guy is still there. He hires a lawyer in Angola.
Oh, shit.
Riquinho, listen, I'm talking crazy shit like this because I'm not in Angola. Okay? And I remember him and Joe was going on Twitter back and forth, but we in the United States. Hires the lawyer to go after him soon to get his money back. This is a true story that was told to me. I'm on the phone. I'm hearing this. His lawyer goes to meet with Riquinho. No, goes to meet with Elazia. That's what we call him, Elazia. All of a sudden, he's driving. His fucking brakes don't work.
Oh, shit.
He gets into a car crash. They cut his fucking brakes because why? You going after Riquinho.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But this shit really happened.
Yeah.
The lawyer gets in a crash.
Shit.
Okay? And at that point, I think he's like, all right, I'm out. But Sia's doing great now. He throws the parties at 11 in Miami. He's super paid. He lost a whole bunch of weight.
That sounds like some Hillary Clinton shit. Like, we're just going to cut your brakes.
And bro, I'm leaving so much out. I'm leaving so much out. But listen, it wasn't like, okay, let's go, Joe. All right, we did a show. We got paid. Let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go to another land. Let's go. Let's move on. No, there wasn't. They have our passports. You just can't get up and leave.
Yeah.
It's like, chill out. You're good. Let's go to the beach. Go to the club. There's a club on the beach. Don't relax. You're good. Whatever you want. Bro, but it was a movie.
You're good.
That's a crazy one, man. That's
another country type of crazy one.
I wouldn't want to do that again.
Hey, but Buckwheat, I definitely want to hear how you got into radio, how you found your path. We heard from Davy, we've heard from Christion.
Oh, yeah.
We want to hear from the local legend.
Buckwheat, aka the motherfucking mayor.
Oh, man.
The mayor, baby.
Well, it's not a crazy story. It's very simple. So I don't have hair now, so I had hair back then to start off with. Being in Texas, I almost got on with K104. I was hanging out with a DJ that was on air doing part-time, and we was clicking and whatnot. And then I ended up losing my job, so I had to go back home to my mom and dad's house. So I get a phone call from my cousin saying, like, hey, listen, what you think about going to Tampa and work at Jazz's Barbecue? I'm like, you gotta think, growing up, we're watching Miami Vice. Yeah. Whatever the glitz and glamour was back then, that's what it was all about. I'm like, you want me to leave Texas, go to Tampa and be that close to Miami? Fuck it, let's go. I ain't got shit to lose. I'm 23, 24 at that time. So my uncle blessed me with a truck that he gave me for like $800. Uncle Angela, love you. We drove to Florida. And then I start hanging out with this lady called Red, and she was like in the scenes back then. And I was hanging out with her, and we was talking. I'm like, why is the radio station not connected with the college? Because back home in Dallas, like SMU and all the college was connected with the radio station. And I'm like, this is bullshit. And then I was listening to Wild 98.7 at that time. Yeah, that was the best. And I was like, they're playing the same songs. I'm like, all right, this station's dope, whatever. So she said, well, why don't you just go to the radio station and just kind of figure out, like, how can we make something like a barbecue happen? And I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I hear that the station was doing a teen night. It was Special Ed, Busta Nuts, a couple other guys that was part of the Wild Bunch, Big Mama and the Wild Bunch.
And what year is it?
So I moved to
98?
November 98. So this is 99, summer 99.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck it, let me just make this move and go meet these guys. I'm like, yo, how can we just, just like anything that happened to me in the past, like how can we go on the radio? I did the exact same thing. Go to the team party, see Special Ed and Busta Nuts. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm gonna do this barbecue on the radio station. How can we make this happen? And they kind of like, looked at me like, all right, whatever, dude. So I kept being persistent, just not being annoying, but just like, oh, what's up? Buy you a drink or something like that. It was like, man, come on, come hype us up with these teenagers. Don't know these guys, start hyping up with the teenagers. They're like, you're good at this shit. I'm like, just not thinking. He was like, listen, Ed was like, I'm finna go do an intern with MTV. I think, and we're doing like an internship. You need to come through and come fuck with us. So I'm like, all right. So I walk up to the station. I drive up to the station and I walk into the studio. He said, wait outside real quick. So Big Mom and the Wild Bunch doing a show. They're doing a whole radio bit of how they're going to bring in new interns. I walk in with my afro and my gal. Now I'm going to pause right there. Growing up as a kid, my aunt and my uncles used to call me Buckwheat. Because I did not want to comb my fucking hair for shit. So I always had a nappy-ass afro. It was what it was, bro. So they're like, oh, we're calling you Buckwheat. So they just, that name has been with me before radio.
Hell yeah.
Way before radio. And the Gap don't make it no better.
The Gap gives it the character.
Exactly. So as soon as I open the door, when I open it, so this is the funny part.
Wait. Now with the funny part, right when we get back, with Buckwheat, you see, we left you a little horny. You're about to bust a nut.
Pull out!
Pull out! When we get back, we're going to hear what was behind that motherfucking door. And
Behind the gap.
Behind the gap.
True scenes behind the gap.
We'll be right back. Yes, sir. We are about to bust a nut with Buckwheat.
Yeah. I really, I think I met Flo Rida was at your birthday party. It was either before,
No,
right? Because that's when we started playing his song,
Bro.
Get Low, Get Low.
Damn.
So it was around about that time.
Yeah. Them birthday badges was fucking.
I-
so
no,
many
'cause
relationships came around.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Remember when D bought all those bottles? That one time?
Oh, my
That
God.
I was going to say something.
That's right. And there was a fucking Ed Hardy champagne
Yep.
bottles. They were like $50 a bottle to everyone at Club Sky.
D.
And maybe they bought them for $6 and sold them for $50. Ed Hardy, remember the shirt? Ed
Yep,
Hardy?
yep.
So he
I
came out
used
with
to wear all the
champagne.
bitches.
Well, maybe that's 2008, 2009, maybe.
Yeah,
I
somewhere
don't know.
around there,
around
right
that
there.
time.
right
So Sky has them for 50. It's a big music executive at the birthday bash. She's like, run the card. I don't know, maybe he got 10.
Yeah, he probably,
And he comes, one of our good
Yes.
friends, D Sonner, and shout out to Big Paul Steve. Bro, he comes out there and there was a catwalk. We made the stage, or the club put a catwalk so the artists can go out there, be closer to the crowd, talk that shit at the birthday bash. And he comes out there with, I don't know who he represented at the time, but it was someone big.
Yeah.
I think it was throw some D's on my
Right,
Polo.
Rich boy.
One of them.
Or Polo
And he
the Don.
comes out, not Polo Don, he was the producer.
He was the producer.
Rich
Rich boy
Boy
was the
D.
artist.
So he comes out there, he's so drunk. Forget that one bottle goes to spraying. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. I'm trying to stay clean, man. He's so drunk. There's pictures of this. He just takes that Hardy just over his head.
Oh, shit.
All the
Literally,
champagne. D-Sonner, bro. He's like,
I'm never going to forget that shit.
Bro.
That shit was fucking
Bro.
like so out of the blue.
He's
Legendary.
He's such a big executive, but he works super hard
Yeah.
and plays super
Yeah.
hard.
If I was single, I'd be playing really
Bro,
hard.
and now I think he lives in the Bahamas or something.
No, he lives in
shit.
New Orleans.
Why is he always in the Bahamas?
Because he travels all the time.
Bro,
For
like,
some reason,
like once a month at least.
I talked to him.
I think he has to have a house there.
No, he probably do, but like between his wife and his two kids, they send in New Orleans out all places. It's just more
crazy.
central for him, from Houston and to us.
I went to 2001 with him one time.
We're recording,
And-
right?
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
Bro, there's some
No,
good
that's
shit
good.
you made
That's
on
good.
the
Keep it
podcast
going.
when you guys were out, or we talked. There's
Yeah.
been some
No,
good
that's fine.
outtakes.
That's fine. Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I've been recording.
As you should.
So hold on. This is your category. Strip club talk.
Tota frita.
Wifey, don't worry. It's
That
back in
was
the
my
day.
end, bro. Like when I first started, when I first started DJing, nobody wanted to pay me very much money to DJ because I was nobody. But the strip clubs I learned that the strip club was pretty lucrative because the DJ gets a $50 little shift pay. That ain't shit, but you get 10% of what all the whores make.
Yep.
So
Hey, but just say strippers. Don't be so
Show some respect. You throwing on the pitbull in front of the shake ass, you making money off. Call them dancers, erotic dancers.
what the beautiful young ladies would make. But what's difficult though is you make 10% of what they make, but every girl at the end of the night is gonna swear that they ain't make no money.
Yep.
So you have to be very.
Oh shit, we're talking too loud.
No, bro, because you keep hitting the camera.
Oh, I got you. Son of a bitch, don't worry. He gonna
bad.
edit all out.
Yeah, all that. This is all.
So I used to DJ at a bunch of strip clubs because I realized that the DJ makes 10% of what the bitches make.
Yeah.
So it's not far-fetched for there to be 20 girls at a strip club, and it's also not far-fetched for them to make $300 a night. So I'm like, shit, like fuck, $300 a night with these bitches, that's $30 per girl. So I'm like, fuck, this is the lick. And that was like the best move I ever made. I was DJing in strip clubs maybe 5 or 6 nights a week. All the girls would pay me in ones. I remember having to put all the ones in Ziploc bags because my apartment would smell like Black and Milds and Hennessy.
That's the worst. That's what the money smells like. When you get paid from the club, that's what the money smells like. Bro, I used to back in the early days get paid in ones too. That fucking sucked. Fuel,
Facts.
club fuel. Your boy Jay.
Jay.
Bro, get the fuck out of here.
He would pay y'all in
Shit.
ones.
Oh my man, the early days of being a DJ, the first club ever, 17. Guess what? You gonna get paid $150 for the whole night. Be there at 9, 10, and stay. You're done at like 2:45, 3. But guess what? You gonna wait till 4:30 in the morning
If not
to get
6.
paid.
And you're lucky if you got a
And-
5.
There it
It's
is.
all-
There it is.
My man, sometimes it be off. You have to count, bro. Them early days. So go back to what you're saying.
The hard
So
part
your
for
money's in
me-
the Ziploc.
The money's in the Ziploc bag, but the hard part for me is all of these girls at the end of the night, they're gonna swear they didn't make no money.
So they
but I'm
lie to
like,
you.
bitch, I saw you went to the back, you did 10 dances, you probably jacked 3 dudes off. You
get a percentage of the Jack Yanni?
I need jack off money too.
Oh, you get 20%. He gets 20% of the Jack Yanni.
I need it all. I need it all. But they're all gonna tell you this. Oh, no, I
Easy
didn't-
money.
And what I realized is that my pimp hand wasn't strong enough. You gotta talk to him. You gotta be like, hey yo, bitch. You gotta channel your inner ex. Hey yo, bitch. Let's pray. Let's go to the back and pray, and then you gotta pay me my money.
No, but they notorious for that shit, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Facts.
Every night they're going, oh no, but you know my car broke down and I ain't make no, bitch. I saw those motherfuckers making it rain on you. You owe me $38.
But 38 times 30,
Yeah.
we're making some money.
Let's go.
Right?
And then
Let's
I
go.
started promoting my own clubs, and
I remember that. You put me out a few
Yeah.
times in Largo.
Largo, yeah.
Largo.
I had my own little spots, and my following, the people that would come, were all the fucking strippers from the clubs I did. So it definitely boosted my stock because we go to the club and it would be like me, my boy, and like 15 strippers, and it's like everybody was like, I want to go where they're going.
I'm in.
You want to hear something funny? You say that. You remember Joey Fernandez, right? He was a promoter.
Yes, sir.
Joey was, for those obviously you don't know, he was Italian. He had braids. Long story short, only white dude. No, but he has swag. He has style, right? Only he had game, all that.
Right.
Good looking dude. With braids.
Whoa.
He turned into a pimp from being a
Okay.
promoter.
Hell yeah.
And let me tell you something. He knows. Listen, he was a diehard promoter, worked his ass off. He did his thing. At the end of the day, he's like, you know what? It's time to go to Miami. I've outgrown Tampa for being
Pimping
a
is my
promoter.
calling.
He wasn't pimping yet. He wasn't pimping yet.
Pre-pimping.
He goes down to Miami. Okay? This is, I don't know, maybe 04, 05 with one girl. One stripper that has his back. I don't know much about the world. I know you
She's
gotta have a
down.
strong pip hand.
Oh,
She's
for
down.
sure.
They go down there in the Toyota Corolla.
Okay.
My man, within 3 months, your man calls me and he says, Christion, let me tell you something. Here's my slogan, don't ever forget it. I never forgot it. I took a hoe from nice to ice.
Wow.
I took her from grind to shine. I took a hoe off welfare. I put her on healthcare. But one thing about something, you can't be a gangster or pimp unless you eating lobster and shrimp. Bro, your man comes to visit me in a Cadillac DeVille.
I ain't in the Corolla no more.
No, all on and back then 22s, no tints. I'm like, Joe, why you got tints on this? I need a motherfucker to see me, to see my fresh ring.
in
And
the
one
fish
turned
bowl.
to two. He was living in his car in Miami for like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. Got a hotel. Then he ended up getting eventually a penthouse in Miami off
Yep.
this. I'm not co-signing. I'm not saying being a pimp is great. I don't like it.
Man,
but
fuck that.
Sounds pretty good to me.
But what I'm saying is,
Pussy and money, I'm in.
Life is good.
one turned to two, two turned to three, and you know where he learned it from? Because he was also doing promotions from your man, Tazzy Taz.
No,
2 for 1 records. No.
Yes. No, Taz.
Dirty Down. No, Dirty Down
Dirty
Records.
Down
Taz.
with Taz.
Kaya.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
That was Taz's Angels, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that was a fucking
Extension.
movie.
Yes.
Extension.
Yes. Hell yeah.
And shout out
Are
to
we-
Big Money Sex. I met
Is
Taz through Big Money Sex. God bless WTMP.
Is it too late to get into pimping?
No.
Asking for a friend.
It's
No.
Hold on.
No. Because I saw a situation last night. No.
What'd you see last night?
Well, you have no idea. It's just, because I was still.
Hey,
Hold up. Hey, I still need to know, and the audience needs to know. We left off with
That's
Buck-
right.
shit.
How you got in?
and
I completely forgot about downstairs.
Before we will
because
come back to
Yeah.
we gonna come back to how you gotta be a pimp.
Yeah, I'll be a pimp. But Buckwheat story behind that door.
That's right.
When everybody was
That's right.
about to bust a nut. We need to know what happened behind that door, Buckwheat.
No, I'm gonna make it very simple and very easy. So behind the door was Big Mama, and then T-Bone, who was part of the original Wild Bunch, was behind that door. But what's the more part that I'm waiting in the lobby that walked with me into that studio was fucking Paco. Me and Paco got on at the very same time. And for me to be in the lobby waiting to go into the studio because we're trying to be like the next new interns. And I'm just like, for me, I'm like, I get to work for a radio station, go to concerts, go to clubs, meet some bitches. I'm new to the city from Texas. I'm finna start fucking like a motherfucker. I was happy.
what more could you want?
There it is.
And you
Going
gotta plug,
back to pimping.
and you got to plug on some barbecue.
You gotta plug on everything.
gotta feed the phone
Everything.
Temple was the shit.
Bro.
So as I walk in the door with Paco, Big Mama looked me dead in my eyes. He was like, I'm calling you Buckwheat. He didn't even say nothing. All he did was laugh, chuckle, and his next words, you're Buckwheat.
Damn.
And then the name has stuck with me ever since then.
And then from there, obviously, grows into you get the night show
Yeah. I mean, like at that point, like it's Big Mama in the Nuthouse. So like we worked
on the
him,
street team,
on the
intern,
street
on
team.
air, call-ins.
Yeah, call-ins, like everything that you can think of. That we actually myself and Davy did that. So when people now when they say street team, I wasn't trying to be on the radio. I was just happy to just be on the radio and just to hang out with the camaraderie of the guys I was hanging out with. And this is way before Davy. Like with me, it was T-Bone, myself, goddamn,
Right, Third Leg Greg.
Special Ed, Third Leg Greg, Conrad. Like it was like a
Did
solid.
you just say
lunch.
Comrade?
Yeah, Conrad. You don't remember Conrad?
You say Comrade.
No, Conrad.
Oh, Conrad.
Yeah, Conrad. Not Conrad. Not Conrad. Conrad.
I got there in 05.
Right.
But I, of course, knew because I was still in the clubs and you guys would be doing the remotes and the live
Exactly.
broadcasts. And I think, Third Leg Greg,
Yeah.
you like, and that was the thing about you as well. Like you didn't officially have your spot on air as
No,
an
I
on-air
didn't. I was
personality,
just part of the crew.
But they would hire you to do the fucking hostings.
Yes.
Without even being officially on air yet.
Yeah,
So
I was-
it was natural. It was natural to come no matter what. It was just a matter of time. Just like I was one of the biggest DJs in the city. It was a matter of time before you get that radio spot. They were booking this guy to host the fucking clubs after the live broadcast. Buckwheat, we need you on the mic.
I was
So
a street
it was-
teamer then.
He was a street teamer. You're
I
not
was a
supposed
street
to get
team-
that.
Yeah, exactly. It's so only go to
Dobby as
jobs.
well.
And that's the part that's crazy because it's like Gordy showed me the way. H. Vidal gave me the streets. Gordy showed me how to rock the mic. H. Vidal like, fuck with the streets. Those two people right there. Now, Big Mama gave me the opportunity when then his situation went left field. That's when Third Leg Greg stepped in. And it just continued. So like for me to be just joking around, shooting the shit, fucking with bitches, and hanging out with artists. Is like, and then Gordy was like, bro, you should start hosting out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay. And for me to be a street teamer, getting paid nice change, not to be a jock. So you had
The best of both worlds.
You had the clubs hitting me up talking about, we want you to fucking host, not the jock.
Yeah,
So,
they don't want the jocks.
Hey, but hey, just going back to that, you guys, how did that feel to get the notoriety on the street? Because, you know, everybody's listening to the radio. I mean, us young people, we love 94.1 and 98.7. So how the fuck did that feel to get the notoriety on the street?
That was the big.
For me, it was amazing because I grew up here.
Yeah.
You know, so this was like the only real hip hop station in Tampa. A lot of people got to see my growth. Man, how did it feel? I felt like the shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was a good look. And for me, it was always like, you can take this and do so many other things. This always
Yeah, use that as stepping stone.
that's what it always felt like a stepping stone to basically do whatever the fuck you want, you know, and you have this background, you have these call letters behind your name, and it just always felt like a opportunity, a key to open a lot of locked doors. That's how I always felt with it.
And you took it and ran with it because, I mean, like you guys said, I mean, I'm assuming the street team was like the people trying to come up.
Yeah, that's the come up squad.
Yep. Hey, but once you get in there, you guys took advantage of the opportunity and fucking sat in that chair for a long fucking time. So you guys took advantage of what you got.
You have to.
Bro, let me tell you, we could look back and happy stories and joke and all that. It was, of course, it's the greatest times. But when you look back to the real solid element, the beginning, like none of us was going to let that go. Once we had it was like, nah, that's my spot.
Yeah.
Like, no one's going to sub in for me. No, I'm not going out of town. I got this club gig. I got to be here. I don't care if it's Miami the night before. I'm driving my fucking ass back. I got to do this spot, whether it's a live broadcast with Buckwheat, live broadcast with Davy, whether it be a show. Even our own shows. Like, and I remember Joe was telling me when Khaled in Miami, he did 99 Jams, he didn't want no DJ filling in for him. He's like, I'm not even going to give you opportunity to even someone say you did a great job. Like, no, that's my spot. So whether it was his night show, his morning shows, when they do, you know, the individual shows on the weekends, whatever we're hosting, we're like, when you look back, it's like killer mentality. Like, we got to make it happen. How I got on, I was 16. I was in high school. I'm trying, at the time, 98.7 just comes out. But they're still on that, you know, we're on a boat, the whole promo thing. I forget, they're Josh and Brian or something. They're not hiring it. No, you know what? They do hire. Time goes by. I'm in high school. I think I'm a junior. They got Trauma, rest in peace, DJ Trauma, Cause, King JB, original Don Dada's They There. I'm like, I'm DJ. I start DJing at 15, 16. I get on radio. I'm like, I want to be on the fucking radio. I got to be on the radio. The people I look up to is Phone Master Flex, Kid Capri, incredible DJs. I know that's not going to happen at the time. I don't know what. Mad Links is on WTMP 1150. At that time, it's the only urban station that's really playing nonstop R&B and hip hop. AM 1150. Been around 50 years. Long story short, I go on my birthday, make a mix CD, a mix tape. Fuck that, a mix fucking tape. 60 motherfucking minutes of funk.
Hey,
cassette.
yeah.
A cassette. They look at me like I'm Eminem.
Okay.
Bro, it's, you know, urban station. God bless. They got love for me, but all black station. Big Money said, Larry Steele, WTV. Oh my God. I'm 60. Like, what the fuck you doing here? This is for Big Money said. They were like, bring in the tape. We'll let you know if you could be one of the DJs on there, blah, blah, blah. I call back. They don't know who they're dealing with. I'm calling back every other day. Follow up. And I speak to Big Money said, okay, here you go. Hello? Can I speak to said? No, this is Red. Call back next week at 5. Call back next week at 5. Can I be to said? No, this Doc D. Call back next Tuesday at 2. Finally get on. Oh my God. And then that's, long story short, you were still a rapper.
Yeah.
You were still trying to be a rapper, but you was at that point,
a lot of
he's
people
on the
do
street
not
team.
know that Davy was.
No, but you was good.
I tried.
What was the name?
Young Skrilla.
Let's go. Listen, we breaking shit in here today.
we are.
I was telling a story earlier because Young Skrilla came up to me. I was DJing at a club probably with you.
I remember that.
With a mix CD.
Yep.
But I always had love and respect for Young Skrilla, so I was like, no doubt, because I'm going to check it out. We're going to make it happen. But it was Young Skrilla with the braids.
Yeah, I had the braids.
And a bandana, right?
Come on now. I remember coming up to Christion at some event, and you used to drop mixtapes and like a life goal
Yes.
at that point
Yes.
was to get on the Christion mixtape. And I'll never forget this. I was like, Chris, let me get a song on the mixtape. And you know exactly what you said to me? You said, it's gotta be hot. And I was like, yo, bet. I went to the studio. Yo, it's gotta be hot.
It's gotta be.
I don't think I ever made the cut though.
Yo, that's crazy. But that's how I met Davy. And you, obviously, I was eating at WTMP, but wanting at this point, because at this, years past, I think it was there 5 years, they changed the format. They sell the station. That's all I had at the time. I'm contemplating going to Miami, but, all we have here is 98.7 at the time. 95.7 comes about. Shout out to Righteous. Righteous doing big parties, booking me to DJ. This is how we're meeting each other. We're through Righteous Party, through anything. Club Fuel, Club Turbulence, Twilight, all them shits.
Right.
Let's try to get on 95.7 The Beat. Shout out to H. Fidel. You brought him up. So at some point, and now I'm in college, they're doing a Memorial Day weekend or something. And H. Fidel is, listen, we're going to audition DJs, make me a mix CD. You're going to be on the station for this Memorial Day weekend. If it's hot, we're going to hire you. You'll be full-time. Same weekend, 98.7 is doing their thing. Demetrius, Mad Links leaves. I think at this point he's on BT Rap City. He's out. So they need a new DJ for the Sunday Night Bomb. Beato, Orlando, they're like, make us a CD. Matter of fact, I don't even think I made him a CD because they know by now. Because I'm doing all the parties you guys are hosting.
Exactly.
I'm closing it, making a movie.
you
It's
had
done.
big names.
Like I should have been on. I was the hottest thing in the city.
Yep.
That's it. So they know I should. Next point is on radio. So they're like this. I didn't know this at the time until Drunk D told me. So I submitted my mix to H. Fidel.
All right, that's it.
Wow.
We're in a tape.
I'm gonna set it up. I'm
high as fuck.
I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up about WTMP and H. Fidel because that's where I was going.
Yes, yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring
yeah.
up. Well, I got you. I'm gonna make all this flow.
All right, everything's recording.
Shout out to Mark in the building, Radio Mark in the building.
Yes,
That boy, 94.1 fam. So, because I jumped over WTMP too fast, but long story short, Big Money said after he gave me the fucking runaround nonstop for like 3 weeks, finally brought me in for an audition on a Wednesday, left football practice. That was the rap for football. Wanted to be Dan Marino or a quarterback from going forward. That was the end of that shit. But it's good because we reached the mountaintops. But went to WT, audition. They hired me, worked for free for like maybe 3 years, and then maybe got $12 an hour after that. But it's all about the grind. That's what they don't understand. That's when you make later. So if you got to grind and make nothing but enough money to maybe eat a 6-piece nugget and fill up your gas tank, it is what it is. So then, Mad Links leaves 98.7. There's an opening. But H. Fidel, shout out to H. Fidel, he's like, yo, I can get you over here at 95.7 The Beat. Come on, we're the urban station. Let's go. You're on an urban station already.
Right.
Or WTMP, at this point, it's a wrap. It's over. So give him a mix CD. I make the whole Memorial Day mix. It was pre-recorded, and that was the key fucking words, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-recorded.
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah. So I'm grateful for it, but I want to be on that live shit. Wild hits me up. Hey, Sunday Night Bomb, there's an opening. It's between you and some other guy at the time. I forget who it was. You got to do a live audition. I'm like, no doubt, I'm in. Demetrius calls me 2 hours later. They say, hey, now I know the motherfucking difference between 95.7 The Beat at the time, even though Joe Mama Johnson. I love the guy growing up. I love the Quiet Storm. I love that shit.
Girly girls,
But
duty dudes.
Girly girls, duty dudes. For some reason, that guy hated me. But I knew the difference. I knew the difference was that was like BET, and 197 at the time was like MTV. You got to be on MTV. It's bigger audience, bigger everything. If you look at the MTV Jams, Tyrese and DJ Scribble, Funk Master Flex, you got to go to the big boy station.
Facts.
A big boy station. They said if you submit that CD and let them air that, don't show up for the broadcast or for the trial. Matter of fact, we're not even going to consider you. You choose right now. You either have an opportunity to try out on Sunday Night Bomb 8 to 11, and you don't submit anything to 95.7, and that opportunity is gone. I'm waiting. I need to get on fucking radio. I'm doing everything but I need radio right now. I need FM radio. They're like, you audition? Don't even think about coming here. So I'm like, I gotta say no to something's unsure. They haven't hired me yet. So I'm like, what? God bless H. Fidel. He gave me that shot, and it broke my heart to give him that phone call. Man, it broke my fucking heart. I'm like, you're one of the first people to reach out to me, give me an opportunity, but man, being the circumstance, I gotta try this wild thing out, man. So he gave me his blessing, but he was upset.
Of course.
I gotta turn the back. Shut it down. The rest is history. But boy, like at one point, it's like, we'll give you the opportunity to try out. And you gotta say no to this opportunity. Close that door and you don't even know what's gonna happen. But like we all talk about, from where you started, young Skrilla.
Come on now. Come
Bro,
on now.
it's called having some motherfucking drive, which a lot of people don't have, especially that young generation. So it's called, boy, you better tie your motherfucking boots. You better tie them shit so
Let's
motherfucking
go.
tight. You may just cut off your goddamn circulation. But boy, you better get you some.
Can't feel my toes.
Otherwise, what you gonna do?
Let me throw in a curveball real quick. Without any explanation and without thinking about it very much, the best top 3 rappers of all time and the hottest current. Manny, go. In order.
Dylon.
Wait, so we
In
talking
order.
about
Top 3 rappers of all time with no explanation. Just give me the list in order. 1, 2, 3.
Tupac, 50 Cent, and Dr. Dre.
50 Cent and
Dr.
Dr.
Dre?
Dre.
All good.
Buckwheat.
Interesting. I
No
used to get
explanation.
high as
Top 3.
Fuck to those.
Andre 3000. Actually, if you said top 3, Tupac, Andre 3000, Scarface.
Scarface. Chris?
I'm biased. Fat Joe, Jay-Z, Rick Ross.
Ooh.
Those are my favorites. What about it, Davi?
Fuck Jay-Z.
I'm not telling.
Come on, you son of a bitch. You asked
Put the
about
fucking
the
question
bitch.
out there and not say.
Jay-Z,
Damn.
Drake,
Uh-huh.
Lil Wayne.
Yes, Wayne all day, baby.
And the hottest right now. Same order. Manny.
The hottest right now, I love Drake. I forgot about Drake. Drake.
Just
Drake.
one.
Oh,
Just one.
that's it?
Just one.
Drake.
Buck.
Drake.
Chris.
I don't want to say it, but it's Drake.
Lil Baby.
That was my second. That's why you say that. That was my second.
He's boring. He's boring.
second.
Started from the
boring.
bottom
Listen,
down here.
He's boring.
Nobody said Eminem. I'm just
Nobody said Eminem.
But he
Eminem's
said
an
off the top
all-time
of my mind,
great.
but this the thing is, off the top of your mind, it is what it is.
Yeah.
If you get a second to think about it, you're gonna think too deep into it. But what you're saying, the baby, that was my second right now. So Eminem is old school to me now.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
When we're saying
all-time greatest.
Yeah. That was the question.
Should be number 1.
who,
Eminem, Biggie, Tupac.
See, Biggie.
man, you put Eminem, white boy.
I feel like Biggie, and this might be blasphemous, but I feel
It
like
is.
Biggie didn't have a big enough body of work to be in
Honestly,
the same
I agree.
conversation.
Honestly,
I
he
like
did.
Tupac,
What do you have?
Tupac,
3
Tupac.
albums?
Listen,
Or?
2 albums.
Machiavelli,
albums.
all eyes on me.
Tupac, I'm not sure. I know he was
What?
electrifying.
What?
Electrifying. I'm not saying against it, but everyone has their own time and space and what they feel and when they hear the music for the first time and what they're feeling. So that's why I always gravitated and loved New York rap. But it's very simple, Mr. Sean. You need motherfucking classics, you need hits, and you need street records. You have those 3, then you can be considered.
Who has all
You can be considered one of the greats.
Who has all
It's all personal opinion, but that's why I'll say
No, dog. This is what's up, okay? Listen.
Throw that microphone.
Listen. This is why Eminem's the best. He has sold
Classics.
50 million more records than Jay-Z, okay? So Jay-Z's off the table. Tupac and Biggie, they get legacy. That's what they get. And what Eminem did was usher in the fact that 50 Cent said it the best. He says, you got a white artist doing black music better than anybody else because he's got more Grammys than everybody else. Tell me how Eminem is not the GOAT.
look, he's one of the GOATs, but he wins by default in that area as well.
But some could
Without
argue.
Dr. Dre, he ain't nobody.
Well, here's the thing. Dre,
ain't nobody.
who signed 50 Cent? Was it Eminem?
Dre.
Hold on now.
Oh yeah, 50 Cent was signed by Eminem.
Dre signed to Eminem.
Yep,
Right.
and
Eminem signs
Eminem
50.
signed 50.
It's a real question because I want to make sure. Was it Dre like, yo, Eminem, you got to sign this guy? Or did Eminem really find him?
No, Dre must have found Eminem.
50 Cent.
Right?
No, 50
No,
Dre
50.
found Eminem.
Yeah.
Tell me
We're
Eminem.
talking about 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Because that's how it goes. It goes Dre, Eminem, 50.
M told Dre, yo, you got to sign 50. That's the way it went.
Okay, all right. If we're talking about who signed who. My number one artist I put out was Jay-Z. Look at who Jay-Z signed. Kanye, Rihanna, J. Cole. If that's part
If
of
you
the
go that lane,
conversation,
yes.
who's made more billionaires? He's said he's made the most money. He's been the most successful. Record sales.
That's a dope line. Rihanna, LeBron, he's a rock boy. What?
Exactly.
What's his line?
I
It makes
couldn't
them
say it
billionaires.
verbatim.
Kanye.
Rockefeller Records, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
But
Rock
he has a
Nation.
line in a rap where he's talking about
And God did.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's talking about Rihanna, he's talking about Kanye, and he's like
J.
LeBron's
Cole,
a rock boy too.
Yep. Look, I'll give it to you. But you know who else has a motherfucking ear for talent? You ready? You ready, boy?
I already know where you're going.
Mama Dukes.
Go. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I got the initials. You say it, and we'll see if we match. I got the initials, so I can't.
There's
cheat.
initials? I
rap
know him by
name.
one name.
Which one?
Unit.
Which one?
Go for it.
Lil Wayne.
Well, okay, I was going to go deeper. I was going to say Baby.
Well, it comes to baby. And you're right. You ready? Because there was cash money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Besides that, oh my God, people fucking forget. Juvenile, back that ass up. If you fast forward, forget all that shit. Baby, who's the
'Cause if
name
you-
right behind it? Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki
Nicki.
Minaj.
But right.
Who else? I mean, no, she's not signed to
No, at that point.
That's it.
Because it's very
Those are
hard.
the only two that stands out. Because it was a click.
Absolutely.
But those are stand out.
For those who don't know, it's very hard for a big artist to sign an artist and make that artist big because at the end of the day, the artist needs to stay hot. That's why. Besides, let's give for instance, Fat Joe and Big Pun. Big Pun was his own machine. He's one of the greatest.
Right.
He didn't have to worry about it. But let's say a younger artist, Fat Joe, signs. He's got to worry about giving him this beat, this hit, write this rap for him.
Feature. Can't drop at the same time. Got to give him that
But
look.
if it's so hot, Joe got to keep it for himself. You get it? Just
Right.
like whether it be a Khaled, an Ace Hood, or whoever, like Lil Wayne got that problem. But you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Diddy was great at it too.
I was
Because they
just
got to
about to
stay
say.
hot themselves and
But
pay
you
the
got
bills.
Diddy and Jermaine. Though, like you got it. Like this is. I love this conversation because we get caught up on like who put who on. Fuck all that. As an artist,
Yep.
going back exactly. Fuck who put whoever on. As an artist that's dropping album, Tupac has All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Kamulani, and what was the other album?
Machiavelli?
Machiavelli. My bad. Machiavelli.
What was
All
the
Eyes
two-
on
what was the
Me,
two-
and Me Against the
All-
World.
that was All
That's
Eyes
Me
on
Against the
Me.
World. Pop dropped those albums year behind each other between 94 and 96. I might be off a year. Those three albums are all gold, platinum. Plus.
I had that.
Plus.
This is my
Platinum
favorite.
Plus.
With the glasses. He was in New
Exactly.
York. He's from New York. He was born in New York.
Dead soldier.
Right?
Dog. I love
But he
that
was
shit.
like, no, right? Tupac.
Yes.
But he's like, nah, fuck that. He went to that West Coast boy. He turned up
Yes.
so big.
But it goes back to what you're saying though, and that's the one thing about B.I.G. is that we don't know the potential that he would have gave us off those two albums.
I agree.
But the thing is, off those two albums, you are the most influential artist in the game. Period.
Yeah.
You gave us the East Coast West Coast feud.
Well, him and Tupac.
Yeah.
And then the one person, and then I'm
His
finna,
biggest person that looked up to him or at least got that style is Jay-Z from Biggie.
exactly. So you got Jay-Z, Tupac, B.I.G., and Eminem from Detroit.
Isn't Biggie on one of the albums of Jay-Z? A picture of Biggie? Or no?
On the back, yeah, In My Lifetime Volume 1. One of my favorite albums, Jay-Z in the back. They're performing together. They're performing Brooklyn. What's the name of the song? It's off Reasonable Doubt. Biggie Small, Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, making shit your jaws. I think it's Brooklyn's finest.
Yeah.
My favorite song, my favorite Biggie song is I Love the Dough. I love the dough more than you know. Off the second album with Jay-Z. So you're right, man. I don't
And
know.
that's just
I don't
two
know what would
albums
happen.
with B.I.G.
But you're
though.
right. Those two albums shook the world so much.
Dog.
Because who's shaking the motherfucking world today? It's called what? Don't ask me. Don't ask me because I don't know. No, like who?
The guys that y'all named as your
Leave Drake
top-
out of it. I'm talking about the new.
Drake.
Who's shaking the world today? J. Cole. If he drops,
he's been around though. Like
okay.
someone
Oh,
newer.
new?
Yeah. Like there is no one right.
Nah, there's nobody.
Even J. Cole ain't.
But
like
I think a
superstar
lot
like
of that has to do with saturation, and that would be
Facts.
one of my arguments against the Biggie and Tupac being the goats. It's because they were really one of the only ones out, because back in the day, the cost for entry in the game was a lot more. Everybody didn't have a home studio, so you had to be signed. They had to put a budget behind you. It was only like a handful of dudes really doing it. So scarcity kind of worked in their favor, where now anybody with an iPhone and a USB microphone can be a rapper.
There's a new
can be an
rapper every
artist.
day on that guy academics page, and you're right. Like, they needed budget, they need marketing. There was only 10 rappers a year, maybe, but that's like nothing compared to today. And you had Wu-Tang, Biggie, like around that era,
Wu-Tang.
98, 90, 99, whoever, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie. You know, you had the Roots. Like, I'm trying to remember that time period. And then Master P comes around, Dirty South comes around.
Yep.
Oh, Master P.
And we'll talk about a businessman.
I like Master P.
Woo!
I bought his shoes. I liked it.
He had shoes?
Yeah.
Uggs. No, lugs.
No, I don't know. It was called Master P. I wore them to play basketball. You know?
And then remember, he went and played in like the NBA,
Yeah.
fucking summer league or something.
He was on a TV show too. Like he was on it was Master P with somebody else. I don't know what it was.
So look here, switch the subject. I'm staring at this poster of Elon Musk.
These boys love Elon Musk.
And you know what comes to my mind is aliens. And now they've kind of confirmed or put out the existence of aliens. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think they exist. I think the universe is like, like the Men in Black when they opened up the locker and there was a bunch of marbles and every galaxy was in a marble. I feel like we're so small in the universe that there's obviously something out there.
Are there aliens walking amongst us?
There could be, honestly. I mean, when you talk about aliens, you could even talk about a little piece of algae. I mean, that could be a different organism that is different than what we are.
Who's an alien right now? If there's somebody walking amongst us on Earth,
I mean,
that
like
you're like, yo, this person. Aside from Elon, let's take him out of the conversation.
well, he's an
'cause
alien,
I think he's the easy answer.
Is it the girl that goes, gang, gang, ice cream, gang, gang? Listen,
Hey,
aliens 100% exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was watching something the other day, the James Webb telescope.
The telescope.
They had something, they what is it? They go millions of light years back in time. Billions past the solar system, like past galaxies. It was amazing. They run into the pillars of creation. Oh my, it's just amazing what you see. So, and Manny's right. It's literally a fucking marble or galaxy or solar system, whatnot. And there's so much space out there. There's got to be.
Are they friendly? Do they
know.
want to kill us?
I mean, they could. I mean, for what we have here, they could be very, avidly, I would think they would want to consume what we have. But honestly, man, there's 100%. I don't know if in our lifetime we're going to experience something like Independence Day or something like
Like
that.
the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the movie where it could
They had a
be
battle.
aliens, where... Yeah,
Oh, we'd be fucked.
yeah, but one thing... hey, but I'll
Especially
tell-
nowadays.
Hey, but one thing I feel like is coming up, and maybe by the time, maybe 20 years down the road, iRobot is going to be very similar.
Yeah,
It's here
artificial
now.
intelligence.
I think that's
Yeah,
here now.
yeah.
Listen, it's coming. You know how many jobs were lost?
Oh, yeah.
Just off proofreading.
I mean, they have
you can write descriptions, whether it's
self-running
real estate
Taco Bell.
listings.
Self-running
Yeah.
Taco Bell, self-running McDonald's. You don't even need employees. I mean, there's going to be a lot of homeless people here sooner than later.
No, I think we're talking about America, so I'm gonna stop at that. But to stick with the alien situation, I was watching Secret Invasion on Disney Plus with Nick Fury. No, but I love it. You're laughing, but the thing is, how long we've been talking about aliens?
Forever.
Exactly. So for the government, so this is what I think. To have a vision, it has to be something that you saw in real life.
Okay.
To have an ideal, something had to happen to you that was in real life. Anything that, I don't care what movie, what TV shows we've seen in the past, that story came from real life, a situation. And then that's where your imaginary just get to flowing. So I'm watching it and I'm super laughing because one of y'all just said something. I'm super thinking, is there an alien among us? One of us could be one right now.
That's what I'm saying. We unzip the front of the forehead,
Exactly.
Like,
and then we pop
cocoons.
out.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
Who in this room is most likely to be an alien right now?
All right, this is some
Right
freak show
now.
shit right now.
If you had to pick one, and we could show belly buttons if we need to.
I'm gonna fuck y'all head up. I'm gonna take what Davy said and I'm gonna fuck it up.
Okay.
If I get called out, it is what it is.
I'm loving it.
We talk about trainees all the time. Apologize. We talk about trainees all the time.
Talk about what?
Training,
Trainees.
transfusion.
Transvestites.
Okay.
I need everybody to. So as men, we have an Adam's apple,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Everybody lift up their neck.
Yeah.
We don't even have it no more. We used to have that bulge that used to come out of our neck.
What does
Let
that
me
mean?
tell you something.
I got.
Let me tell you something.
I'm just saying.
A study has
life
come out.
Has evolving
It
right
has
now. Bitch,
100% evolved. Let me tell you something. I know you're talking about. But before we jump there, let me just.
That was the alien, by the way.
I'm the
Sean's the alien. As much as Sean's been put back, I think Sean's the alien. But you know the wild shit? Back when I was a kid watching Unsolved Mysteries, that used to freak me out. I used to have nightmares when they the fucking theme song used talking about
and that
aliens.
dude's voice was crazy.
Bro,
Yes.
I'd have nightmares.
Facts.
Nightmares. I couldn't stop thinking about it. But let me tell you, aliens, they have footage. They literally have footage of spaceships, UFOs. And guess what? In 2023, no one gives a fuck. Whether we're desensitized to it or don't got time for it because there's bills due, shit. You know, I got life going on. Who gives a fuck? You know?
You're out right there.
Who gives a fuck? Really?
Let's leave the audience with a little piece of everybody's little last words.
Okay.
Last word? Buckwheat, let's go ahead. Huh?
It's only a minute
A minute? That's it?
right now. Yeah.
Pause it.
Oh my God, we're having
What's
so
the
much
camera
fun.
say?
Goddamn producer, shut the fuck up! Shut my shit! Where's my fucking assistant?
That's what you gotta put on. That's what you gotta put on.
All right, well,
I told you I have 20 ice cubes in my fucking drink. There's 15.
I told you granola, the Raisin Bran. Take out the raisins and put real Raisin Bran raisins. Born and raised, dog. My parents came on a banana boat from Cuba,
Hey.
and they were like, "Yo, this flat tire looks like it could make it 90 miles."
We're
Then-
gonna fucking settle down right here.
Then all of a sudden, dog, I don't know how Miami turned into Tampa, but I guess the river kept flowing.
They all coming up because the prices, the home prices, they all just coming. But let me tell you, there ain't too many spots like Tampa, man. It's been a hidden little motherfucking gem for years. You got that perfect St. Petersburg area, Indian Rocks, Reddington, whatever, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. And we know this as a radio station from the Wild Splash shows at Coachman Park.
Yep.
Oh my God. Fucking legendary, best hip hop concert shows ever in life. The just the different walks of life. You talk about aliens. The different
That's where they were at.
like, and now they don't. I'm assuming they don't want our ass back. It's
Which-
too nice now.
But this is the crazy part. I don't know. So I mean, as we talk and we read, I don't know the behind scenes situation. But we brought that place a lot of money for 20 years. So why would you not want us back? That's the part that don't make sense.
Well,
to
if they
me.
don't want weed smoke in the air,
Have we ever had any issues besides Flying
No,
Brian?
no, we haven't.
So that's my point.
I'm just saying, from a political standpoint.
But even
and
then,
them
though, like-
they put so much money into it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I know.
in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
eyes,
yeah.
like, I don't know. Yeah, we brought them the most money.
Exactly. So then why would you stop a 1-year event that brought you solid money every year? There has to be something behind the scenes that we don't know about. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, it was
Hip hop is bad, but like,
Scientology.
Yo, it's right around the corner.
It's right
Y'all-
down the street.
Y'all want to hear a crazy story about
I
Wild
can't hear
Splash?
you. You don't have a mic.
Listen. No, real talk. You know this story. I'm not sure if you do. Wild Splash. For years, I always wanted to participate in Wild Splash and watch it one day from a boat. Because right
Oh,
there
yeah.
in Coachman Park.
Ooh, that's like Gasparilla.
Boats-
Gasparilla on a boat is completely different
I haven't done it. I
than
want to
in
do
the
that one day.
parade.
So they do that at Wild Splash. They pull up the boats right there. They park them up, drop the anchor, whatever, drink all day because it's an 8-hour event. While they pretty much are at the concert, you can hear the crowd yell, the artist perform. You hear about the guy who was going boat to boat, drinking, obviously drunk, but they started the boat engine and got chopped up in the propeller.
Ooh, no. Maybe that's why they don't want y'all back.
God rest his soul. He got chopped up in a boat propeller,
Damn.
going boat to boat to
yeah,
go
I
out and drink.
remember that.
He started the fucking boat engine and he died.
Jeez, that's the worst way to fucking die.
That's not why they're not inviting us back, but it's a bad story.
They not inviting hip hop back because they did that whole remodel and they're trying to stay away from that urban shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, urban and rap and all that brought them a lot of money, but so does like pop music and folk music.
And shit
the
evolves,
blues.
right?
And like so I remember going to Wild Splash and seeing one of my homeboys who's an EMT. And he would be there every single year. And I would ask him early, I'm like, yo, how's it been? How many people have passed out? How many hospital trips? And early on, it'll be astronomical. It'll be like 2 hours in, and it's like 30 people have fainted.
At Wild
14,
Splash?
yeah. Because they're popping pills, they're drinking. Most of them are jits.
Early
They're
stages,
kids.
though.
Yeah,
So they
underage.
come there lit because they
Yeah.
know that they can't buy it there.
Yep.
And they're an hour in, 2 hours in, and they've taken 15 hospital trips. They're, so they're probably looking at it like, yo, we bring fucking Steely Dan and we don't have those kind of issues.
Yeah, and still pack it out.
And they
What's his
still
name?
pack it
What's
out.
the guy? Cheeseburgers in Paradise.
Jimmy Buffett.
Bring a Jimmy Buffett.
Now it's called
It makes
The
sense. They did drop a lot of joke,
sound.
but not for nothing. The youth of today is different than the youth of
Back then.
back in the day.
Absolutely.
They don't give a fuck. They don't respect shit. So maybe they'll mess that place up. And I mean, could you imagine? I don't know. Like let's say a Travis Scott. This is the amount of
It's
people
over.
we're bringing.
Ooh,
It's
we didn't
over.
even say
Whatever.
anything
Maybe
about
stop. They get so
Travis
hyped.
Scott.
They just stomp. Get crazy. Let's stomp on these cars. Let's jump on this ambulance. Who cares?
Speaking of
Let's make a
Travis Scott,
movie.
what's the craziest concert? No, actually, let me take that back. Who's the craziest performer? Because he's a
Busta
legendary performer.
Busta fucking Rhymes.
Best performer you've ever seen?
Buckwheat.
Bust a bus?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
I think the best show I've ever been to is the best damn show when what is it? The best damn show.
But the best,
show.
best performer, like one artist who blew you away on stage.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is up there
Yeah,
for
Bruno
sure.
Mars.
Okay.
Bruno.
Buck,
Bro, like right now, just from me seeing it live, 50.
50.
Oh, 50.
You know what?
Busta Rhymes will
Kanye
always
West
be
too.
my number
How do you see that
one.
glow in the dark tour?
Yeah, but Busta Rhymes, you're right, because I didn't. Hold up. Busta Rhymes was always be my number one when it comes to entertaining the crowd. Because I remember
animated,
we
right?
had last dumb show at, what was Emily Arena called before? It was called Emily
The Ice Palace?
The Ice Palace. And as a Wild Bunch,
He went to last damn show
yeah.
because
Busta
he
Rhymes-
did Wild Splash as well, right?
No, he did last time show. And the crazy part is, the Wild Bunch, we was known for just doing stupid, crazy shit. And at that point, we was like, oh, we're just gonna go on stage on our boxers. We went on stage on our boxers, did the fool, and then Busta Rhymes saw it, and he ended up doing the same thing.
Yeah. You went up there in his drawers?
Yeah, he performed. It was like, well, fuck it. If these motherfuckers can do it, we can do it too. And ever since then, I mean, if I liked him before he did that, but it was just like for him to see something that we did and to repeat that same situation, hands down.
Did you chub it up a little bit before you got on stage in your boxers?
How about
I mean, a couple.
Hey, but listen, in the early days, we used to have the reggae artists too. Though. Remember the reggae artists that used to come Wild Splash like Elephant Man?
There would always be
yeah.
one
Climb
for a
the
while.
fucking pole,
Yeah.
climb the columns on the side. Yo, they were out of their fucking minds.
The best performer I've ever seen live, and this dude gets a lot of hate for whatever reason, but as far as a live show,
Kanye West.
I feel like nobody can fuck with Machine Gun Kelly.
I was just about to say that's my
Machine
second.
Gun Kelly, I've seen that motherfucker climb scaffolding.
Yep.
I saw his ass jump in the crowd. He crowd surfed to a tree, climbed a tree, did about 3 songs, 40 feet in the air, climbed down, crowd surfed back to the stage. That motherfucker puts on a show like no other. Granted, I don't really fuck with a lot of his new music or music in the last, I don't know, 6-7 years. But as far as performer, he had a show that we did one time, and there was
He's done it twice.
it was sponsored. One of the key sponsors was Kia, and they had a Kia
Yes.
on stage.
Last time show.
And he actually, this situation got somebody fired because the sales rep that locked in the Kia endorsement, they asked him, they're like, "Yo, is that car on the stage insured?" And they're like, "Of course, we would never bring it on stage if it wasn't insured."
I would assume that.
So it wasn't. And Machine Gun Kelly walked on that car and for about 15 minutes treated it like a trampoline.
Yes.
He jumped all on the
Facts.
hood, all on the trunk,
Facts.
all on the roof. And granted, this is like a 2020 in 2019. Like this car hadn't even come out yet. They wanted it back in one piece in the same condition, and he fucked it up, but did the best show ever.
Yeah,
that
the crowd loved
motherfucker
it.
is.
I mean,
the crowd.
I hope
ate it
he
all
said,
up.
and this is brought to you by.
But I will say one thing, Machine Gun Kelly, he's fucking Megan Fox. I mean, he's probably the happiest motherfucker. If he falls off that tree, I'm pretty sure he's gonna fucking cry, dude. Because that pussy is.
Bro.
My wife, I hope she ain't gonna hear this.
No, she's gonna hear that shit.
But
You're
that
fucked.
thing is a fucking monkey.
Speaking of fucking jumping, this guy jumped off for a segment on radio. Didn't you jump off the fuking Howard Franklin Bridge?
Oh
No
God.
way.
Yeah.
Did you?
No,
No.
it was a bit. It was a bit because I didn't know how to swim at that time.
Holy shit.
But let me say this real quick, and then we'll come back to
Howard
that.
Franklin?
Yeah, it was a bit, though. I jumped in the swimming pool.
Oh.
To watch Machine Gun Kelly perform at Wild Splash and go up the pole like 50 did, and then he did the thing on top of the car, and then I saw him at Genesis Live where he did the crowd surfing onto the tree and performed those songs at Genesis Live.
Yeah.
He's definitely outside of, like, Busta know how to carry the crowd with his sidekick.
But he ain't climbing no trees.
But no, nah,
too high.
Nah. But like Machine Gun Kelly is gonna give you a show, like Davy just said. Now going to the swimming part, being on the Wild Bunch in the beginning days with Greg. This is not with Big Mom, but with Greg. So we always try like how to do bits on the radio. Like if we recorded shit that we did back then, would be golden right now on YouTube. Like we was the jackasses of that era without YouTube. What they're doing now. So it was like, well, Buck, you're black. You don't know how to swim. I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you, but you're right.
Exactly.
They just assume. Hold on, they just assume?
No, bro. So we pretended that we was on Gandy Bridge. We went to somebody's swimming pool in somebody's apartment complex. Shout out to Junebug and Dick and all those other guys. So they was like literally gonna throw me in that bitch. I'm like, I love you. I don't trust you. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you throw me in, I'm whooping on your asses straight up. So what we end up doing is like, all right, Buck, I'll jump and say, I don't give a fuck. If I go to the bottom like a rock, I ain't coming up, bitch.
Nah.
So I jumped in. So I had to be an actor. So I jumped in like the 3 feet in and did my acting, did it live on the radio.
But they said on radio he was jumping in from the Howard Franklin Bridge.
No way.
Yes.
And you heard
Oh,
the
yeah.
splash and everything.
bro.
And fucking screaming.
Ah, bro, I was feeling like a bitch.
I
was like,
work for the station. I thought he jumped in the fucking
You were
Howard
worried
Franklin
about it.
oh no,
Like-
people was worried at that time.
But let me ask you something though. Not for nothing. I've seen you recently. You started to take swimming lessons.
Yes,
Can you swim now?
yes,
Words?
yes.
Backstroke?
20 years later.
What's Chris? What's something that you don't know how to do that you're slightly embarrassed about?
That I don't know
That
how
you
to
don't
do.
know how to do.
Fuck, I don't know.
Think about it for a second. Manny, something that you wish you knew how to do and you don't like when people ask you.
Fuck pussy.
Fuck pussy. You can't fuck. You can't fuck.
No, my man can go ahead.
I was being facetious.
Okay,
Fuck me in the ass.
you tell me. Give me an example.
That
you're
I
embarrassed.
can't drive a stick.
I can't do that.
You
Oh
can't
shit!
do
I
that.
can't do that either. I
Yeah.
can't do that.
What about
either.
you, Buckwheat?
Bitch, you fucking rocket driver fast.
No, but what's something what he just asked? Because I can't drive stick, but something that you are embarrassed that you can't do.
Oh, swimming, that was it for me.
But you can swim now.
Yeah, now I can't.
Like a fish.
What about you?
I don't know about like a fish yet.
Sean, what
But I
about
can
you?
save myself.
What about me? Something I'm embarrassed about
That you can't do.
Hit a golf ball.
Hit a 300-yard drive. Hit a 300-yard drive. With his driver. He can do it with a 5-iron.
Yeah, I can't hit a golf ball with a driver.
That's it.
That's it. That's the
You're going to do it one day. You're taking lessons.
You're doing it right now.
I am taking lessons.
Man, I would say
Christian,
stick.
putting for you. Right?
Putting, yeah, putting's hard. Putting's hard now, dude. But shit, I don't know. Cuz we don't give a fuck. You
I
know?
care about my
Pretty-
stick shift shit.
You do?
I
You don't care
can't
about
believe you
that.
don't know how
bro.
to
You
drive
don't give a
a 5-speed,
fuck.
bro.
a little bit because I want like a fucking sports car.
I mean, I
one
can't
day
do
I
that
want
either.
and I want to get the fucking
Well, then you
Rari
got-
or
then
the
you gotta learn.
Lambo, and I'm kind of fucking self-conscious about that.
No, that's Tiptronic now.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. You don't even got to.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You just paddle shift.
Does it even come with the
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Anymore?
Nah.
No.
So it's like an automatic.
No, because you got to still shift.
See, I don't know how to shift.
It's because it's on the
Do they
steering
have
right
3
now.
pedals?
I'm in.
Even
I'm
with the
in with
Tiptronics?
Donnie. I don't know how to fucking drive a
It's got
stick.
the pedals on the sides. It's got a plus, a minus. You want to shift up? Boom.
Yeah.
You want to shift down?
But it's
Boom.
not the same.
Do you even
No,
know how
you
to
can't-
drive an
it's definitely not.
automatic?
Fast and
We
Furious.
Ubered here.
Okay. can Fast and Furious finally fucking leave?
Bro, please.
Well, that goes with Mission Impossible, bitch. Come on now.
I like Mission Impossible.
But they're like 10 right there.
Got one more too.
They do? But Fast and Furious been fucking 10.
But you know what though? It never will because it makes money.
Facts.
Every single time, for whatever reason, it's a big deal. Now it's like weren't The Rock and Vin Diesel beef, and now they're not. That'll give them 3 more movies just right there. They're
Spin-offs.
friends now. Yeah.
Buckwheat, let's go with the last words you want to tell our audience, man. It's been an absolute pleasure to have all you guys on. I just want to get some last words real quick, because as long as I could keep saying it.
No. I'll make mine very quick and simple. A female friend of mine was like, hey, you want to go see the Barbie movie? I'm like, no, I do not want to go see that shit. But Ben, that's one of my close friends. I'm like, you know what? I'll go because she was going to go by herself. Watching the movie, it was a line, and I see a lot of things in movies that give me motivation, but this is something, even what we've been talking about today, and with Christion being a DJ, going into real estate, Davy being a DJ and artist, and doing tattoos and doing other things. Humans only have one ending. Ideas live forever. And I think, and that's something that's been sticking in my head since Monday. And the reason behind it is like, we have a short period of time on this earth. And now me losing my situation at Wild, it's like meeting people like we're doing right now, it's going to last forever. I would have never thought moving from Texas to come here and have the impact that I've had on people. And then them telling me like, yo, I appreciate the time that you listen to my problems, or I appreciate you doing a shot with me, or I appreciate whatever the situation is. That situation is going to be impactful with them. Not only with their life, but that legacy that I have that I never would have thought would last forever. So if you have an idea, push on. Yeah. Don't never give up.
I love it.
That's beautiful.
My last words are that I'm absolutely blown away that Buckwheat's last words were from the Barbie movie.
John wants me to see that shit. John,
Shout out to Ruth,
hey, has your wife asked you to see that movie? John asked you to see the movie. I'm like, John, chill.
You saw it?
No, she wants me to go take her to see it. I'm like,
do it, dog. Do it.
But this great quote.
Take the step.
This great quote. Like, you know what? I want to feel what Buck felt.
Last words. Listen, man, if you need a tattoo in Tampa Bay area, I own the best tattoo shop in the motherfucking state of Florida. It's called Emphasis Tattoo. What camera I'm looking at? Listen, we got you from portraits to cover-ups, fine lines, full colors. Necesitas alguien que habla español? We got that too. EmphaSistattoo.com. Pull up and we'll get you right. That's all I got.
That's it, baby.
Good, Christian. Come on, motherfucker.
Close it out, dog.
Angola, motherfucker.
Close it out like Mariano Rivera. Go ahead.
First of all, shout out to Happy Hour Holidaze, having us all here.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Good luck, and God bless on your endeavor of this incredible podcast. We definitely gave you a motherfucking show. And just to be here with all the guys and seeing how far we've all come and where we're going in the new chapters in our life, from Davy, morning show, to now expanding into tattoo shops.
Morning show to mogul, baby. Let's go.
Exactly. Buckwheat, #1 afternoon show. Now he has Loud on 7. He's going to be podcast. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. Maybe on another station. I don't know. Myself, radio. I'm still, of course, down 94.1 every now and then. Big mix weekends. Doing real estate, buying, selling. Shout out to my partner, Shaddy Ramsey. God bless them. They put me in great situations. We all grew.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
Buy low, sell high.
Bro, buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. And, gotta stick and move, make it beautiful. But, man, we all coming a long way. And because we got that fucking grind, right?
Yep.
That's it. Manny, take us home.
Manny, take us home,
Manny.
Let's go.
Hey, listen, I can't tell everybody in the audience how awesome it was to do this fucking show. This is amazing.
Let's go.
But all I can say is that if you guys have any questions for Davy, Buckwheat, Christion, please comment, subscribe. I mean, we have so much potential here with guys like this, man. It's been an absolute honor. I'm pretty fucking lit.
I'll tell you what. It's gonna be one of your #1 shows. You have to run this bitch back. Do a part 2 of Buckwheat, Davy, Christion.
Be like, hey, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna hand it to the fucking specialist, and then that's it.